Picture this, it's the roaring 20s. The jazz is hot, the drinks are cold, and on every fine dining table sits a dish that's about to take the world by storm. The shrimp cocktail. This simple yet sensational appetizer became a symbol of luxury, enjoyed by Hollywood stars, high rollers in Las Vegas, and seafood lovers everywhere. But how does this classic dish make its way to your table today? Behind every delicious bite of shrimp cocktail is an incredible journey, from the water to the factory to your plate. So buckle up, because we're diving into the fascinating world of how packaged shrimp cocktail is made. It all starts right here, where shrimp are raised with care before beginning their adventure to become the perfect party platter. Believe it or not, most of the shrimp in your shrimp cocktail didn't come from the deep ocean. They were raised right here, in these carefully controlled shrimp farms. These farms are like luxury resorts for shrimp. The water needs to be just right, clean, oxygen-rich, and at the perfect temperature for growing strong, healthy shrimp. Shrimp start their journey in special hatcheries, where they hatch from microscopic eggs into tiny larvae. These little guys are super delicate, so they need the perfect balance of temperature, salinity, and food. They start off eating plankton and algae, but as they grow, they move on to a high-protein diet of fish meal, plant-based proteins, and vitamins to make them strong and healthy. After a few weeks, the young shrimp graduate to the big leagues, where they'll grow to full size over the next few months. They get a carefully balanced diet, and farmers constantly check the water to make sure the shrimp stay healthy. Special aerators keep oxygen levels high, and high-tech sensors monitor temperature, pH levels, and even shrimp activity. After 3 to 6 months, the shrimp are finally ready for harvest. Workers use giant nets to gently scoop them up. And to keep them fresh, they go straight into an icy bath. This stops bacteria and preserves that sweet ocean-fresh taste. From here, they'll be quickly transported to the processing plant, where they'll get cleaned, cooked, and turned into the delicious shrimp cocktail you know and love. By the way, what is your favorite sauce for the shrimp cocktail? A traditional ketchup and horseradish sauce, or a mayo-based cocktail sauce? Comment below the video. I'm curious to know. Welcome to the shrimp processing plant. First up, sorting. Shrimp come in different sizes, and each package of shrimp cocktail needs to look uniform. That's why high-tech sorting machines use cameras and weight sensors to separate them into different categories. Bigger shrimp get sent one way, smaller shrimp another. This way, every shrimp cocktail package looks picture perfect. Next, it's time for a deep clean. The shrimp take a high-speed shower to remove any dirt, sand, or leftover bits from the farm. After cooking, the shrimp head to the peeling station. In the past, peeling shrimp was a slow, tedious process, but today, high-tech machines can do it in seconds. And nothing goes to waste. The discarded shells are often repurposed into animal feed, compost, or even chitosan, a natural preservative used in food and medicine. And for shrimp cocktail, we don't need the heads, so machines gently remove them in one quick motion. Machines do most of the work, but human inspectors double-check for quality, removing any shrimp that aren't quite up to snacking standards. Some shrimp cocktail packages keep the tails on for that fancy look, while others go fully peeled for easy eating. Now, time to cook. Shrimp are flash cooked for just a few minutes, either steamed or boiled, to lock in that sweet, juicy flavor. See that color change? That's how you know the shrimp are cooked to perfection. And of course, every batch is checked for quality because nobody wants overcooked or rubbery shrimp. Now it's time to package them up. Some shrimp are packaged fresh, while others are flash frozen to lock in their flavor for even longer shelf life. Either way, they're handled with care to stay delicious. Some packages go for the classic shrimp ring look, while others are stacked for a more grab-and-go feel. Either way, it's all about making your snacking experience as easy and stylish as possible. But let's be real, shrimp cocktail wouldn't be shrimp cocktail without the sauce. Instead of the usual ketchup horseradish mix, this version features a rich, creamy mayonnaise-based cocktail sauce. Here's what goes in it. Mayonnaise, the creamy base that gives it a rich, smooth texture. Dijon mustard adds a sharp, slightly spicy kick. Lemon juice for a touch of citrusy brightness. Worcestershire sauce, a secret ingredient that adds depth and umami flavor. Paprika and a dash of hot sauce, just a little spice to keep things interesting. Every batch is carefully blended and taste tested to make sure it's just right. Once the sauce is portioned into neat little cups, it's placed right in the center of the shrimp ring like a crown jewel. Then a tight plastic seal locks in freshness, keeping the shrimp juicy and the sauce from spilling. No one wants a messy shrimp cocktail. Finally, the package gets its label, letting you know exactly what you're getting. And just like that, it's time to hit the road. Shrimp cocktail packages are packed into refrigerated boxes and sent to grocery stores, restaurants, and catering companies near you. From farm to factory to your table, shrimp cocktail is ready to be enjoyed. Sweet, succulent shrimp, rich, tangy sauce, absolutely delicious. Now that you know the journey, you can truly appreciate every bite. And that's it for today's episode. If you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more food adventures. And just in case you have missed some of our older episodes, we've got you covered. We've attached a special selection of past Factory Review episodes to this video, so stay with us and enjoy more fascinating food discoveries here with Factory Review. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode. Picture this. You are sitting at lunch, about to slather some creamy mayo on your sandwich. But have you ever wondered how mayonnaise is actually made? Well, buckle up, because we're going inside a mayonnaise factory to see how this magic is made on a massive scale. First things first, let's talk ingredients. Mayonnaise might look simple, but it's a delicate balance of just a few key items. The main players: oil, egg yolks, vinegar, and sometimes mustard, and some salt and sugar for flavor. Talking about mustard, we have attached a full episode about mustard making to this video, so stick around until the end. It's a really fascinating process, I can tell you. But now, let's get back to mayo. It all starts here with eggs. This factory handles thousands of eggs every day, and it all begins with a thorough quality check. Machines scan each egg for cracks, deformities, and freshness. Only the best eggs make the cut, because in mayonnaise, there's no room for error. Next, these eggs are sent through this impressive cracking machine. This device uses precise pressure to crack each eggshell cleanly. Then, a cleaver separator divides the yolks from the whites. For mayonnaise, it's all about the yolks. They're the secret to creating that smooth, creamy texture we all love. But don't worry, the whites don't go to waste. They're sent off to make merengues, marshmallows, and other treats. It's fascinating how many different products can be made from eggs, isn't it? What is your favorite egg product? Are you team salty mayo or are you team sweet marshmallows? Comment below the video. I'm curious to know. Once the yolks are collected, they're pumped into these massive mixing tanks. Think of these as the heart of the operation. Here, the yolks meet their essential partners, oil, vinegar, and a pinch of salt. Fun fact, did you know that the oil makes up around 70 to 80% of mayonnaise? That's why the quality of the oil is so important. It's literally the backbone of this condiment. And now, dear friends, begins the magic of emulsifiers. Egg yolks contain lecithin, a natural emulsifier that brings oil and vinegar together in perfect harmony. This process is called emulsification, and it's the secret to mayo's silky consistency. The mixing starts slowly with the egg yolks and vinegar whisked together first. Then the oil is added very gradually to prevent separation. This process is super precise. Add the oil too quickly, and the emulsion could break, leaving you with a gloopy mess. Factories use computer-controlled systems to ensure the oil is added at just the right speed and amount. Guys, if you like watching our videos and want to see more behind-the-scenes videos of how your favorite foods are made, please like this video and subscribe to our channel so we can produce even more fascinating food factory videos for you. Now, plain mayo is great, but this factory doesn't stop there. Depending on the batch, additional ingredients like mustard, garlic, or even spicy chipotle are added. These precision dispensers measure each ingredient down to the gram to maintain consistency. Let's give this a try. Time to add a pinch of paprika. Before this mayo is ready for your table, it has to pass a series of rigorous quality checks. The first test, consistency. These machines measure the mayo's thickness to make sure it spreads smoothly on a sandwich but doesn't drip off your spoon. This device, called a viscosimeter, measures the mayo's flow rate. The ideal mayonnaise should have a velvety texture, not too thick, not too runny. Once the mayo passes quality control, it's time to package it up. These conveyor belts move empty jars into positions where the high-precision filling machines pumps in the perfect amount of mayo. Just look at how smoothly it flows. After the jars are filled, this sealing machine places the lids on with airtight precision. The jars then go through a high-temperature steam tunnel to ensure they're completely sanitized and safe to eat. Now it's time to dress these jars up. Labels are applied by this rapid-fire machine, which aligns and sticks them perfectly every time. These labels include everything you need to know: ingredients, nutritional info, and of course, the brand logo. Once labeled, the jars go through one last inspection to check for any imperfections. If a jar doesn't meet the factory standards, it's sent back for rework. These forklifts here move the pallets into refrigerated trucks, ensuring the mayo stays fresh on its journey to your local grocery store. This factory produces thousands of jars every day, destined for kitchens all around the world. But before we wrap up, here are some fun mayo facts for you. Number 1. Did you know that mayonnaise was invented in 1756 by a French chef named Duc de Richelieu? He created it after a successful military victory. Talk about a celebration sauce. Number 2. Americans consume over $2 billion worth of mayonnaise every year, making it the most popular condiment in the US. Number 3. Mayonnaise is a surprisingly versatile ingredient. It's not just for sandwiches. You can use it in baking, as a base for salad dressings, and even as a hair mask for silky smooth locks. Yeah, no joke. And now the best part. Time to taste the final product. Let's see if this mayo lives up to its creamy reputation. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Smooth, tangy, and just the right balance of richness. Knowing how much care and precision goes into making this, I think y'all appreciate it even more from now on. And there you have it, folks, the incredible journey of how eggs, oil, and a little bit of science come together to make mayonnaise. Next time you spread it on a sandwich or whip up in a salad dressing, you'll know the story behind that creamy spoonful. Imagine this. You are cooking your lunch and want to give your chicken some extra kick. You open the kitchen drawer, and there you find it, the magic little bottle that makes every meal taste better. Today, we're heading inside the factory to uncover the magic. But before we enter the factory, let's uncover the legend of this world-famous sauce. Leah and Perrins is the original creator of the Worcestershire sauce and a globally recognized brand with a storied history dating back nearly 2 centuries. John Wheely Leah and William Henry Perrins were chemists living in Worcester, England, in the early 19th century. They owned a pharmacy and worked together to create new medicinal and culinary products. Legend has it that in the early 1830s, a local nobleman, Lord Sandys, asked Leah and Perrins to replicate a sauce he had enjoyed in India. The chemist mixed various ingredients, including vinegar, tamarind, anchovies, and spices, but the initial batch was reportedly too strong and unpleasant. They left it to sit in barrels in their basement, forgotten for months. When rediscovered, the sauce had mellowed and developed a complex, delicious flavor. Thus, Worcestershire sauce was born. In 1837, Leah and Perrins began selling their Worcestershire sauce commercially. It quickly gained popularity in England as a versatile condiment for enhancing meat, soups, and stews. The exact recipe for Leah and Perrins' Worcestershire sauce remains a closely guarded secret. While many brands produce similar sauces, Leah and Perrins' blend of ingredients and fermentation process sets it apart. Leah and Perrins' Worcestershire sauce has become a culinary icon, widely used in recipes around the world. But the sauce is by far not only used in classic dishes like shepherd's pies, stews, or roasted meats. It is a key ingredient in the Bloody Mary cocktail too. By the way, what is your favorite way of using Worcestershire sauce? Comment below the video. I'm curious to know. All right, now we're in the heart of the factory, and it all starts here, with the ingredients. But before we go over the factory process, I would kindly like to ask you for a favor. We are putting our utmost effort into the videos for you, and your support is crucial for the growth of our channel. We would love creating more fascinating food discovery videos for you. So please subscribe to our channel, like, and share with your favorite people. Worcestershire sauce is a complex blend of ingredients that combine to create its unique, tangy, savory, and slightly sweet flavor. Here's a detailed breakdown of its key components. First, vinegar. Vinegar is the primary base of Worcestershire sauce, providing its sharp, tangy taste and acting as a natural preservative. Malt vinegar is made from malted barley and has a deep, slightly nutty flavor, while spirit vinegar is more neutral and sharp. Together, they create the sauce's acidic foundation. Second ingredient, molasses. Molasses adds sweetness and depth, balancing the sauce's acidity. This thick, dark syrup, a byproduct of sugar production, lends a rich, caramel-like undertone to the flavor profile. Third key ingredient, tamarind extract. Tamarind gives Worcestershire sauce its characteristic tangy sour note. Tamarind is a fruit with a sticky pulp that has a sweet and sour flavor. It enhances the sauce's complexity and complements the vinegar's sharpness. And now, the fourth ingredient, probably the most surprising ingredient of all, anchovies. Don't worry, by the time the process is done, you won't even know they're in there. These small, salt-cured fish are broken down during fermentation, infusing the sauce with depth and richness. Fifth on the list, onions and garlic. These vegetables add aromatic, savory notes to the sauce. Onions and garlic are usually pureed or chopped finely and allowed to ferment with the other ingredients, contributing subtle pungency and flavor complexity. Sixth ingredient, sugar. Yes, dear cooking fans, a little bit of sugar is needed in our favorite sauce. It balances the tangy and salty flavors with a touch of sweetness. The sweetness is not overpowering, but provides a smooth harmony among the bold flavors. And finally, spices and seasonings. Spices are essential for the sauce's warm, earthly undertones and complexity. Common spices used are cloves, cinnamon, black pepper, and chili pepper or cayenne pepper, salt, and some proprietary blend of different other spices. And, of course, a little bit of water. All right, guys, I told you that Worcestershire sauce has character, and the mix is pretty complex. But have you ever expected such a long list? No, me neither. And now, let's start to dive deeper into how all those many things come together to a harmonious and rich sauce. Once all the ingredients are prepped, it's time to mix them together. This massive vat is where the magic begins. Everything is added in precise amounts to create the perfect flavor balance. The vinegar dissolves the sugar and tamarind, while the anchovies start to break down into the mixture. Let's just say it smells potent in here. But trust me, this is the beginning of something amazing. After the initial mixing, the sauce needs time to develop its signature flavor. And by time, I mean a lot of time. The mixture is poured into these huge barrels, where it's left to ferment for up to 18 months. During fermentation, the ingredients break down and blend together. The enzymes from the anchovies combined with the vinegar create that deep, savory taste. It's kind of like making wine or cheese. Good things take patience. Next, the sauce is aged again, but this time for a shorter period. This final aging step helps mellow out the flavors, creating that perfect blend of tangy, sweet, and savory. At this point, the sauce is basically Worcestershire royalty. It's ready to meet the world. Now we're at the final step, bottling. This is where the sauce goes from vats to the iconic bottles you see in stores. The bottles are filled with precise amounts, then sealed to lock in all that delicious flavor. After that, they're labeled and packed up for shipping. And just like that, these little bottles are ready to make their way to kitchens around the globe. Before we wrap up, here are some fun facts about Worcestershire sauce that'll impress your friends at dinner parties. Number 1, Worcestershire sauce is fermented for so long, it's technically shelf stable even after opening. But refrigeration keeps it tasting fresher. Number 2, it's a secret ingredient in many famous recipes, from Caesar salad dressing to barbecue sauce. Number 3, Leah and Perrins, the original creators, still use the same recipe from 1837. Talk about a classic. Now that we all know how it's made, let's talk about how to use it. Worcestershire sauce isn't just for marinades and cocktails. It's super versatile. Add a dash to your scrambled eggs for extra flavor. Mix it into a burger patty for a juicy twist. Or drizzle it over roasted veggies. If you have any other idea of how to use it, comment below the video. Would love to hear your creative ideas. And there you have it, the journey of Worcestershire sauce, from raw ingredients to the bottle on your shelf. It's a fascinating mix of science, tradition, and a little bit of mystery. What's your favorite way to use Worcestershire sauce? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more behind-the-scenes food adventures with Factor Review.